Now, we do continue to celebrate Madiba's life and legacy today. As you know, he is a great contributor, not only on the political and social side of life, but also through sports. And right now, we are joined on the line by Sports, Arts and Culture Minister Nathi Mthethwa, just to chat a bit more about what today means to him and if he does have any plans. Good morning, Minister, and thank you very much for joining me on the show. Let's start off with today. Happy Madiba Day to you. What does this day mean to you personally?
Well, personally, whenever we celebrate this day, it always means hope. Hope in humanity. Hope that tomorrow would be better than today. Hope because Madiba himself represented that to humankind. And it's a fond memory reflecting back in the days when Madiba, as the leader of the African National Congress, had many a times taken opportunity to sit down with us as the ANC Youth League members at the time, and exchanging views with us, basically counseling us about the universe, about humanity, about ensuring that whatever we do, we should commit ourselves to social progress. So it's a day which brings about renewed vigor to fight for unity, to fight for peace and prosperity amongst our people.
Well, Minister, I mean, this time around, obviously, we're celebrating it differently. Obviously, the continuous fight against the coronavirus pandemic. What do you make of this year's Mandela Day? And are there any plans from your office in terms of making a difference in this trying time?
Firstly, it's a very difficult situation, and you know, for all of us, particularly around this time, we taken the idea and we agreed with the idea for solidarity because one of the fundamental values Madiba stood for is that of human solidarity. So when, for instance, one of the sporting codes, which is cricket in this instance, raised the issue of solidarity with the people who have been ravaged by COVID-19, we thought that it's an important gesture, especially during Madiba's Day, and we are going to be together in ensuring that the opening and the start of this very important move from the side of cricket, we are observing and we are part of it. Excuse me.
I mean, talking about the Solidarity Cup, a lot of cricket fans will be looking forward to local cricket. But building up to this day, we saw Lungingidi just making headlines with regards to him being vocal, supporting the Black Lives Matter. And then we saw even some former Proteas players kind of like rebuking him for saying whatever he felt he wanted to say with regards to supporting Black Lives Matters. What are your thoughts with regards to this, and how imperative is it that we see Cricket South Africa continuing its fight against discrimination in all forms in its ranks?
It should continue. The struggle should continue. We should never be tolerant of such ideologies, pernicious ideologies as racism. So it was within his right that Ngidi said what he said. And as a democracy, people are allowed to have different views. But one thing which can never be tolerated is when people display racism and become insensitive about them, as government, we definitely would be on the side of not only black people, Black Lives Matter. We think that everybody's life matter, black or white, but it has to start with those who are victims, even today. So therefore, when these things happen, you come to a conclusion that so much has been said. We've had summits, we've had commissions, and so on. And you reflect, but where did we go wrong? And what needs to be done? And I think what needs to be done, which has not been done before, is that in our conversation with the sporting fraternity, we are going to make it a point that everybody understands that we are going to take the next level. The next level is the enforcement of the transformation targets, which targets are done together with the sporting codes, so that there shouldn't be any outcry when we start moving to that effect, because forewarned is forearmed.
Do you think federations, including Cricket South Africa, are moving slow in terms of, the transformation within the federations and not discriminating in their ranks?
No, I think firstly we have eminent persons group which monitors the transformation, and their barometer is reported annually to the minister. And this time around, they did report. They reported cricket has or got a nod from EPG, the Eminent Persons Group. It got a nod even though there were some areas. For instance, if you talk of blacks, they mainly focused on what is referred to as generic blacks, without emphasis on Africans in particular. So if you look at that report and compare it with the other sporting codes, some did very bad. But the issue is the current. The current is that many sporting codes, they would move a step forward, but you would be worried of the possible regress. And I think that this is what we are experiencing with cricket, and they must correct that. We've communicated with them that they have to correct that, because I think that it's possible. It's possible to correct it both inside and outside of the field of play. We want to see. I know, for instance, that today I've been assured that cricket is going to identify itself with the Black Lives Matter movement,